What up though, it's Philip J. Today I have the battle of two different cases for the Samsung Galaxy S22. One is the Spigen Ultra Hybrid case, the other one is the Torras Shockproof Guardian Series. Let's see how they compare. The Spigen Ultra Hybrid is selling on Amazon for $17 and the Torras Shockproof Guardian Series is selling on Amazon for $20. The green edition, the one I have here, is $22, so it's a little bit more. First case we'll look at is the Spigen Ultra Hybrid. Most of their cases are pretty standard. And this is the frosted black edition. There's two covers, one on the inside and one on the outside. Let's take those out. So here's the case. It's got the TPU all on the outside. The middle part has this sort of see-through plastic material. So they call it frosted, but you can kind of see a good amount underneath it. Let's see what it looks like with my Samsung S22. And this is the green one I have. So you can see the Samsung branding there on the bottom. So it's not fully clear, but you can still see a good amount. Here's what the buttons look like. Very clicky, I like that. On the camera protector, the bump there is just a little bit more than cameras, so it should give you good enough protection. You have this connection here to separate the cameras from the flash, so I do like that part. On this side you have the Spigen branding, other side you have the buttons, top you have the hole, and the bottom you have for the microphone and charging port. Spigen says there is air bubbles in the corners for protection when you drop the phone.
Thing I'm noticing is that the case does collect a lot of lint. As you see these little white spots on the back of it. You won't leave any fingerprints when you're pressing on it, but there are some smudges and it's more noticeable if you press it on the inside cover of the case. That's probably the reason there was tape on the inside in the first place.
Let's see how it looks when you put it on the ground. Yeah, so it's not fully flat, so there is a little bit wiggle, and that's to be expected on the cameras. One thing I would say is the grip on the sides is a little bit slippery because it's just a flat surface, so your phone might be able to slip, but if you hold on tight, I don't think you'll have any problems. Otherwise, I'm really liking the case, guys. Now let's take a look at the Torras case. This one comes with two sets of buttons, neon green and then this orange. So there's no tape on this one to peel off. As you can see, the middle part on the Torras case is already a lot more frosted and translucent, so you won't be able to see as much. If you want to protect something like money or credit cards, because I know some people keep that underneath their case. TPU material on the side. I noticed one difference here right away with the flash hole. Oof. I already like the feel on this one just a little bit better. Definitely better grip on the sides when you're holding it. And I think this one is actually a little bit higher on the ridges compared to the Spigen, especially around the camera. So this one's definitely gonna have some wiggle when we put it on the table. So you have the Torras branding on this side. Then we have the push buttons here. I think these push buttons are a little bit more inside compared to the Spigen. Now, one thing with this case is that Torras does claim it's shockproof from, you can drop it from 8 feet down and there's gonna be no damage to it. So I would say here, the fact that they don't have the additional connection between the cameras and the flash. So over time, I think you can collect some dust and dirt build up in this area. But that's a very small thing to complain for how good this case is and how good it feels. So when we put it down here, yeah, it's definitely got some wiggle, but that's what we expected because how high this is raised up to protect the cameras. Here are the cases side by side. As you can see, a lot more translucent on the Torras case compared to the Spigen. The Spigen does have this extra layer of protection between camera and flash. There looks like more gap on the buttons, but I do like the Spigen buttons more because they're raised up on the Torras. A lot more flush from what it seems like. Then one thing I noticed just by feeling the case is I think the Torras is just stronger overall when I'm pressing it down here. It seems like there's more flex with the Spigen compared to the Torras. if I had to pick a winner between both of these, I'm gonna just have to go with the Torras because the case is a lot sturdier. I think it has more action resistance if it does fall. Also, I just do like that the sides are a little bit more grippier compared to the Spigen, which is more just smooth, and I feel like it could fall. Also, just love the back on this one more. It's less translucent and it doesn't have as much smudge marks as you could find on here. So that's it for the review, everyone. If you want to buy both of these cases, I'll have links in the description. Otherwise, if you have any questions, let me know in the comment section below. See ya!